Would you look at this? He's got a freaking museum in his garage now. What the excuse me. I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Who, me? I'm just a lowly custodian who cleans up after summer party every year. What, you thought the Tippets cleaned up after themselves? No, they outsourced that stuff now that they got that Bloomington money. Anyway, where are my manners? I'm Frank, both in name and demeanor. Don't forget that. You want me to show you around? Sure, I'll tell you the real story of summer party. All right, 2001. Mark Tippett gets this idea, see? He wants to have this big birthday bash. The problem is, he's, how can I put this? He's running a little low on friends, you know what I mean? So he invites a bunch of his family in the hopes that they invite their friends, and then he can kind of mooch off of their friendship, you know? And then they can't say no, because according to the rules of family, they gotta love this guy. So Amy's friend Colleen comes along, and Adam brings his buddy Micah. I'm pretty sure Matt and Carolyn are paid actors at this point. And to keep the party going strong, Amy's sisters Jill and Alice set up a bunch of games. Beth and Lynn make a meal. Mike and Virgil over here running interference. It takes everybody pulling together to pull this thing off without Mark realizing they're not here for his birthday. They're here for everybody else at the party. So a year in, Mark's like, geez, everybody's mingling with each other. How can I get these new people to pay attention to me? So he creates what he calls summer beer. It's a combination of vodka, lemonade, and Miller Lite. Doesn't even taste like a mixed drink half the time. And let me tell you, with the combination of that drink and the hot sun bearing down on you, you'll start to appreciate anybody that provides you with free air conditioning. You know what I mean? All right, the sounds of summer party. So a side note, back in Lincoln, they made these CDs here that they used to play during the party. They pirated the music off the internet like everybody did back in those days, which you might think is cheap, but it wasn't cheap at all because it cost you time. Do you know how long it took to download a standard 4-minute song in 2003? 31 days, give or take. In order to make a relevant playlist for a party in 2003, you had to download music from 5 years into the future. Your friends would be like, in 2003, who was Amy Winehouse? And you'd be like, don't worry, you'll see in a few years. What's next here? The annual countdown, yeah. Basically, Mark posts these updates on social media to remind everybody of when the next summer party is. But I think it is like that little, hey, you still watching type of pop-up warning that you get when you fall asleep with Netflix on in the background. You know, pop-up. You still coming to my party? Pop-up. You still like me? Pop-up. Please tell me you still like me. Yeah, Mark, for the millionth time, we love you. Damn, quit being so needy. But I'd never say this to him because he'd cut my hours on the job. The council of the summer party. Yeah, you see, at this point, Mark starts to think, I need some help coming up with some more ideas for this party. I think I heard him call them upgrades. So he gets 3 of the smartest people he knows, and Howie Amberg, to join him on this summer party board of directors thing. It was a good move, too, because like my ma used to say, many hands make light work. I honestly can't throw any shade at the council because they do a great job. Plus, again, I really need these hours. I got a mortgage to pay. In 2007, the council really decided to start focusing their attention on the beanbag tournament and how to make it more official and exciting for the players, which was really cool because now you were looking at official scoreboards, t-shirts, patches, and iron-ons when you win, and even trophies that you can take with you for a full calendar year. And that's honestly a lot of swag for a sport that's played by drunks and that's typically sponsored by breakfast sausages, you know? So if you look to your right at those old win-loss poster boards from '04 and '05, you can get a little idea of how small this party was when it first got started. And if you look closely at the teams, some of the names are scratched out. I assume people got scared and left the party when they saw this army of beanbag enthusiasts start screaming at the top of their lungs because somebody picked the name Logan out of a hat. And if you'll look up, You'll notice that Stopper never came back to pick up his number after he won the tournament in '05. I talked to him once. You know what he told me? He said, you know what? I had to put a stop to all this nonsense. It's not just a clever nickname. True story. I wouldn't lie to you. So I'm not saying it's true, but I'm going to tell you what I heard. The Gallaghers were apparently born in the year 2137, in a day and age when beanbags had taken over most of the major cities of the world. They came back in time, armed with that knowledge, to try to, dissuade American society from getting interested in anything related to beanbags. So they would travel around the country trying to win every tournament until their opponents moved on to a new sport. Again, I'm not saying it's definitely true, but let me ask you, have you seen any of the Gallaghers since 2018? Huh? Something to think about, that's all I'm saying. Now this guy right here, this is the true legend of Summer Party, Howie Amberg. He's won several tournaments, he's on the council, he's never got an unkind word to say about anybody, and he's the man we all strive to be. Now, I know I was kidding around earlier, but this is a fact. The writers at SNL wrote that Bill Brasky sketch about Howie Amberg's experiences in high school. You heard it here first, folks, his experiences in high school. You know what? Sometimes when I get tired, I pull out my wife's yoga mat and just take a nap right there on the floor, just so I can tell myself I accomplished one thing in my life that Howie did. What a great man. Look over here at this wall of ghosts of summer parties past. 91 people who, for one reason or another, couldn't make it back. They're all great people, especially that Rubo guy, class act all the way. I miss a lot of them, but hey, that's the way of the world. One minute you're coming to a fun summer celebration, and the next thing you know, you've got 6 kids on 6 different little league teams and your summer's completely shot. Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so they got the theme parties here, but I'm not even going to talk about the theme parties because I want you to focus on one thing and one thing only. That NASA onesie hanging on the corner of the garage door. Now, I want you to imagine this skin-tight costume hugging every contour of Mark Tippett's body. Then, I want you to take it a step further and imagine him jumping in the pool while wearing the thing, because that really happened in 2019, and I'm still not over it. The problem is, I'm not sure whether to be disgusted or jealous. I'm working it out in therapy, though, I assure you. In 2020, I got to take the year off working at this event. I thought I wouldn't have anything to complain about. I was finally free. I was also free from having to clean up that pool. It was fun to swim in, but damn, it took a lot to keep it maintained. But you know what? I missed you guys. I found out the only thing worse than cleaning up after 50 people is not getting to see those 50 people's faces for a full year. I just want to say how much I love watching you guys enjoy each other's company. It's really beautiful in a way. A bunch of friends getting together after not having seen each other in months, and they pick right up where they left off. You got to hold on to those friendships for as long as you can, I promise. All right. Enough of the goofy emotional stuff. It's back to the real world now. It was great to know that the party was back on in 2021 and 2022, but really, someone could have told me it was at a brand new house 35 minutes away. Anyway, by the time I had finally gotten here, the party was in full swing, and although things would never fully be back to normal, it was great to know that you all could persevere when times got tough, you know? One of the best parts about working at Summer Party is I get to skim food off the top while you're not paying attention. And let me tell you, the stuff you all make is amazing. Everything from top to bottom. Oh, and by the way, the hot chick that makes the guacamole, I can put in a good word for you if you like. She's married to some goofy guy who does weird voices in his friends' garages. So I bet she's probably looking to get out, and fast. Before I let you go, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Mike Blair and the Summer Party Hall of Fame. All of the boxes you see out there used in the beanbag tournament, he built them with his bare hands. He even put together the original bags that everybody used in the tournament. And he was part of the first championship team back in '01. The guy is one of the greatest men you'll ever get to know, and most importantly, he always cleans up after himself. I can't stress enough how important that is for a guy in my position. Anyway, hats off to the real MVP. Love that guy. Anyway, thanks for listening to my rants over the last few minutes. I had a lot I needed to get off my chest, but I really do love these people, and the truth be told, they've always treated me well. So enjoy the rest of your summer party, and on the way out, if you don't mind, you could pick up a few cans or bottles. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Take care.